Hello everybody, hope you're all okay. This is my second video today, yeah. Hope you've got your pot of tea. I just love it. Hope you've got yours. Right, hope you're going to settle down to this one. Another fun video. Right, I'm going to do another murder mystery. Tara, yeah, we're going to try another one. And it's the cards we're going to pull are from this deck, and it's Influence of the Angels Tarot. I don't know if you can get the people who did the deck there. And my guides, which is going to be my assistant detectives, we're going to pull some cards to help with the investigation from this deck, and this is the Quantum Oracle. The Quantum Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. I've got them all on the table. I'll try and turn the camera around so you can see they're all ready to play. I've got to sort out the murder weapon. They're all ready to play, and I'm going to turn the suspect in a minute. Well, not the suspect, the murder victim. The suspects are here. So you've got Grandad Phil Detective today. Right. This is going to be good. Now, our murder victim today, he works in this stately home, a bit like Downton Abbey, and he's the gardener, and here he is. He's our murder victim. He's called Daniel. And poor Daniel, who works very hard at the stately home as a gardener, a really good gardener, but he's been murdered by someone, one of the staff in the stately home. And it's my job as a detective, Grandad Phil Detective, to solve this murder. Now, the other one what I did, the first murder mystery, which was poor Rachel what was murdered, wasn't it? And the murderer was the knight. I got the suspects right, but I went for Queen. Hopefully I'll go for right one. Hopefully I can do a better investigation today and get the right killer for poor Daniel. Right, we'll see what Daniel was murdered by. I'm going to shuffle them. Bear with me. Just bear with me. We'll see murder weapon here. Right, might be a long video, so I hope you have got your pot of tea to sit back. Right, it's poison. Oh, now then. Daniel was poisoned. Poor Daniel. He may have been poisoned when he was on his break from work in the garden. So he's come out of being gardener, and he's gone and had his break with staff. So they've poisoned him. Poisoned him. Come on, Phil. Come on, guys. I don't want to make a mistake today. I'm trying to investigate a murder. Phil's making mistakes even on murders. I don't want to make mistakes because as a detective, I want to try and get the killer and put him behind bars for poor Daniel. Anyhow, what I think is Daniel is being murdered, and he was murdered in the garden because they came out with a pot of tea and they put the poison in his tea, and they simply said, "Do you want to drink your tea, Daniel?" And he just says, yeah, thank you very much, and he's gone along with it, and he's poisoned. So we've got the death card, that'll go into the investigation to solve the murder eventually. So I put the gardener Daniel on death card. So we've got the murder. We've got the murder. We know what he was murdered by. He was poisoned. It was in the garden when he was on his break. And now we need to know the suspects. So I've got all the suspects here. I've got the swords, I've got the cups, I've got the pentacles and wands. Now to eliminate who the killer is, you do it with the weapon. So we've got cups there. So it's the killer comes from the family of cups. So what we do is we get rid of wands because they're innocent. Wands are innocent family today. They can go from my investigation. The pentacles are innocent. They can go from my investigation. And we've got the swords. They can go from my investigation. But what I want to investigate now is the 4 suspects, and I'm putting them in order. We've got the page, I'll show you in a minute. We've got the knight, we've got the king, and we've got the queen. So we've got 4 suspects for the murder of Daniel. So the page, we've got the page, there he is. Has he murdered Daniel? Is it the knight? Is it the queen? Or is it the king? Oh, you like my Christmas hat, by the way. Thought I'd just mention it. Got my Christmas hat. It's coming to near Christmas, isn't it? So a few times I'll be wearing my Christmas hat. I'll just have another pot of tea. The detective likes to sit back and take it all in, doesn't he? And my detective guides, now that's good. My spirit guide, Angelica, and my guardian angel, April, they are my assistant detectives from the other side to help me with this reading. So we'll just see how it goes there. I hope I aren't getting like, is it Columbia, some detective who goes right slow. He took ages in his investigation, Columbia. I'm even saying that wrong. I don't know. I can't remember his name now. But anyhow, let's get on with it. Right, our investigation cards are here. The investigation cards. And we're going to put the investigation cards on each of our suspects to see. And I'll tell you what the cards are so that I can hold them up and that, and we'll find out what's what. So just bear with me. A bit amateurish, but you get what you get with me, don't you? Right, let's see what we've got for Page of Cups. 6 of Wands. Let me have a look here. Just bear with me, because it's going to be a long video, because the detective has to work out what's this 6 of Wands. Now, 6 of Wands is fiery celebrations. There's a cup there, and one of the members are all celebrating and everything, but Page Boy's out there enjoying himself. So we know the Page Boy's outside and he's celebrating. One of the knights come back and there's a cup there and they're all celebrating. So the Page Boy is outside. Remember, the Daniel the gardener was murdered outside, poisoned. But that is not all at the moment, is it? The knight See if we've got hope for the night. Nine of Swords. Now, Nine of Swords is the worrying card, where they're up all night worrying. So we do know the Knight is worrying about something. He's got something really on his mind. So, too early to tell, but he could be a suspect with the worry he's got. See all that at back there, darkness and that there back here. So he's got a lot of worries on his mind. The Queen, let's see what the Queen, and I have investigation. Three of Wands. So the Queen is looking out from a castle. She's looking away. She's got the three wands at back of her. And she's seems to be wanting to maybe go travelling or something. I hope she ain't having an affair with the gardener. I don't know. Maybe they're planning to. Maybe that's the gardener there. Could be, couldn't it? That could be Daniel. Maybe the Queen and Daniel are having an affair. It may not, but I'm just saying, and they're looking out to get away from the stately home, and move away and get on with the relationship. But so far, we just don't know about the killer. Now the Knight. Let's see what have I got for the Knight. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. That looks like a woman. I think it's a woman or a man. I don't really know. Maybe it could be a man or woman. But he's got his feet up. Let's go for one of his relatives. He's come. His mother. Two of Wands. He's worried about the finances, and he's not too sure how to deal with it. So he's asked his relative to come along to balance the books, sort of thing, you know. But I still can't see why they would want to murder the gardener so far. The only thing I can see is the Queen. A bit of an affair with the Queen so far. Right, let's get some more cards pulled for the page. I'll move on from that. That's celebrations. He's still celebrating outside with that Knight doing right well. One of his staff's done quite well at whatever they've done, you know, and they're all celebrated his success. So he's innocent. I'm still going with he's innocent. Now the Knight. Now the Knight is still, that's sort of grieving. You've got 3 cards and 2 cards at top. So he's still got a load on his mind. And his partner's worried and all. I don't know, maybe he had a bit of a disagreement with Gardner. Can't think of what motive. Maybe he were interested in his wife. This could be his wife. And he made passes at her. And she told the Knight about the gardener making passes at her. And she's really worried there that she knows about her husband's temper and that, and possibly even knows that he could have murdered Daniel through total jealousy, you know, having been interested in his wife, you know. But his wife wasn't interested in Daniel, so, but maybe. Let's have a look at the Queen. 4 of Swords. Now the Queen's worried again. The Queen's worried, but she might be worried about with Daniel getting away and you know, being able to get away before the court out, you know. She don't want too many problems with this new affair. She wants to get off and get on with relationship. So she's worried about something because that's four of swords, mind, and he's there worried. There, can you see him worried there? And we'll go for the king again. King there is into horses. So the king has been outside. He's tended his horses because they're going into a big race, maybe Grand National, and he's hoping that the horses are one of the horses is going to win because as you remember, I said that his relative came about the finances to balance the books at the stately home, that they're really short of money. So he's gambling on them horses. So he's outside to tend the horses. Now the gardener, he might have bumped into gardener for some reason, and maybe the gardener also tends to the horses. We just don't know, do we? Right, we'll pull another set of cards in this investigation. 8 of Swords. Now then, the boy is worried, see there. He's worried about something and he's trapped. Maybe there's been some sort of relationship with the gardener and the boy. And the boy is worried about that. And he's worried in case it gets out and, you know, his schoolmates know and everybody knows about the relationship with Daniel, and maybe he's got a motive for the murder. Right, we may have a motive here. So I'm going to go with the Page. Detective Phil's going to go with Page. The young boy. Has he killed Daniel? We're going to find out. Right, move on, Phil, with your investigations. My guys are telling me. Right. 4 of Cups. We've got 3 cups there, so the knight is still not satisfied with these 3 cups. There's another cup being offered. So he's still not satisfied and he's worried about Daniel, and you know, if he's still employed at the stately home, and the knight's worried because when the knight's away a lot, he's on business trips away a lot, but Daniel's always there, and he's a bit of a full of himself, and he may come back onto his wife. And his wife there, can you see that cup there offering? His wife may be worried, and him worried that if he goes out there in business and that, Daniel may come on to his wife strongly about it. And the knight's quite worried about it. It's a lot of worry there between. So he's one of my suspects and all. The Queen, she had a little bit of worry. So we've got 2 suspects. 3 of Swords. Oof, we've got a bad card here. 3 of Swords. Heartbroken. She's really heartbroken. But that could be... she may be innocent. She may not have done the murder just because this sword is heartbroken. Because she's got children, and she will be leaving her children to go with Daniel when they move away with the affair. So she's got a lot of worries there, and she knows that if she does leave... Sorry about that, the detective, my phone's going down, I've had to charge it, so the detective's having to charge it. So she's got a lot of worries about if she does leave with Daniel and leaves her husband and kids, everyone's going to cause a lot of worries and heartbreak in it. Now the King, let's see what we've got with King. Oh dear. it looks like the king, there's two of them there, two of cups. That's a couple, look at cups together. So the king is having an affair with one of the young maids of his in the stately home. So he's having an affair. So let's have a look at this investigation. I'm gonna go. The king, even though he's having a fling with one of the maids, don't necessarily say that he murdered Daniel the gardener. He was out tending his horses and that, and he's got money problems, but the money problems don't attach with the gardener. The only one I can think of what's attaching with the gardener is the knight and the page boy. I'm going to go with page boy in this investigation. Let's see what, pull a couple of cards. We'll see what Angelica, my spirit guide, and April has to say. So we're going to pull some cards to help us. My guides are going to help me on this. So what I'm going to go for, the two suspects, I've got two suspects again. I've got the page, the boy, and I've got the knight. Here's the suspect and the page, the suspect. And we'll see what my guides have to say. Right, the first card, let's see. My guides are saying milestone, that trophy. Do you remember on the card with the page there's a trophy and he's celebrating one of the staff? The boy is outside celebrating with the staff. And like I say, they might have had some sort of relationship with Daniel, and the boy didn't want it getting out and to his family, and so embarrassing, and at school and that, you know, with being in a stately home and had plenty of money and that, the stigma of that had just ruined everybody. So maybe he's got the motive. My guides, I think, are going with me with the page. Right, see what April, my guardian angel, has to say. And that is behind the mask. Now, who's behind the mask? Could be the Queen, so we'll put it on Queen because she could still be one of the suspects. But I've gone for the knight and the page, but the Queen, April's saying the Queen. Right, we'll put another card from Angelica. And that is the healing light. Healing light. So I think that will go on the king. He's innocent. The king's innocent. We'll pull another card from it for April. My guides. Great achievement. So the only thing I can think of that great achievement is that boy again celebrating that member of staff. So he were out there in the garden. Maybe they shouted for him, you know, to come in and, you know, there's a pot of tea for gardener, can you go? And that was his opportunity to put the poison in when it gave Daniel, the gardener, to get rid of him out of the way, you know, for the stigma and that, if it all came out about that sort of a sordid affair, you know. So we'll put that on. Right, we've got to go now with the investigation. I'm just making sure we've got the death card. Put it in. I'll just shuffle them. Just bear with me. I know it's amateur, but you get what you get with this detective, don't you? Detective Grandad Phil. I'm shuffling and bending down because I've got my cards on the floor. But it's hard, you see, because I've got the camera in my hand and they're putting death card in because I want to play fair. And we want to see where death card comes out and see who's right, eh? See if me and my guides are right. I think Will do. So we're getting ready for the final. Let's have a summary now of what. Right, my suspect, I'm definitely going for the page. He's definitely got a motive here. I still one of my suspects is the knight, but I'm going for the page. The two innocent ones is the Queen and the King, although there were all sorts going off with them and affairs and going off places and planning stuff. But that don't mean murder, does it? It don't mean that it murders the poor gardener. I don't think there's any motive there. Right, we'll get this game folded up with Detective Phil. See who's got the death card. Right, first card I've put on page. No. On the night, the star. Nope. And also when you're looking at the cards, you can see artwork of the cards, can't you? So it's extra. It's a fun murder mystery, but when I'm pulling cards to try and find death cards, you can look at the cards, can't you? And all, and have your drink of tea. That's going on Queen. Strength card. Nice card, nice artwork. That goes on the King. The Hermit. That goes on the page. It's good this. The High Priestess, that goes on the Knight. Bear with me. The Devil. Oh, the Queen. Devil. She's a little devil, isn't she? Little devil having an affair with Daniel and wanting to move away from kids and everything and leave her husband. The little devil, Little devil. Right, who's the killer? Have I got the killer today? The Lovers. That card suits the King, doesn't it? Lovers having an affair with maid. We got that right, didn't we? The Hierophant. How can I say that name? The Temperance. That's the Knight. The Empress. Oh, by the way, I've got a new playlist. Hope you check it out. It's a fantastic playlist. It's called Girls Like Girls Countdown. There's well over 100 videos, fantastic music videos, all female, related to females, you know, liking each other and stuff like that. But it is a real good playlist and I'm keep adding to that. So that is my new playlist called Girls Like Girls Countdown. Okay, time's time. Let's get on with investigation. Phil, my guides are telling me. Emperor. That goes on Queen. I have to move on. I'm looking at time now. 28 minutes. The Wheel. The Page. The Magician. The Knight. The Chariot. The Queen. The Fool. The Knight. We're getting down there. We're getting to Killer. Death card. I got it. Wow. My guides helped me. I got it right. Fantastic. There it is. The death card, and that has to go onto the page. I got it right. So me and my guides, I've got, that is the killer. I'm really pleased I got it right. Wow, fantastic. So me as a detective, wow, this is really great. My second murder case and I've got it right. So I definitely need that cup there, don't I? For being the top detective. So it was the Page. It was the Page what murdered poor Daniel, the gardener. Hope you enjoy this murder mystery. Remember, they're just cards. That's all they are, and it's fun, just pure fun. Although my guides, Angelica and April, helped us with this murder case, and I've got it spot on, because they are powerful guides, you see. Even when I do my readings, they are spot on. and there's some really good powerful energy from them spirit guides and guardian angels what work with me. And even though it were a fun card game, we got it spot on. We got the killer straight away, the page. So there we are. We got the killer behind bars for Daniel, who were murdered. Just doing his garden, wanted poor Daniel. There, pruning and weeding and hard work and getting all flowers nice in summer for stately home and that. And just 'cause he had a bit of a weird relationship with the page boy. The page boy didn't want that coming out at school, and his mum and dad and all staff at stately home finding out, and that was his motive to kill Daniel. Right, gotta get it on. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Bye.